So a couple of years ago, I volunteered in Peru to build stoves and fridges out of mud and concrete bricks, which is something you don't hear about very often in North America, but it happens in South America. But yeah, that was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. I really appreciate the little things now. And on this one particular day when we had the day off, a couple of the guys, Cameron, Alex and I, we all had talked about climbing a mountain, and there was one in particular that when you reach the top you could see for miles, just everywhere. You could see 5 or 6 different towns, and that really sparked my interest, so that's the one we chose. And we woke up this day and bought some crackers from the market and some water and made a lunch and set out on our hike. We probably walked on this dirt road in Peru for about an hour and a half, and we were passing by just farms and the odd person driving in their little scooter. But by the time we reached that mountain, it's 3 or 4 o'clock, which is a little late to start climbing the mountain because the sun sets in the mountains of Peru around 7, so that didn't give us much time to get to the top and get back down. But I really wanted to go anyways because my gut feeling told me that this might be my only chance, so we ended up going. Apparently you're supposed to ascend a mountain in a zigzag fashion, but I just like to get things done quickly, so I just ran straight up like a cat or something on all fours, and I managed to make it up in 4 hours. And I remember the last maybe a couple hundred meters when there was very little oxygen. I was starting to get really lightheaded. I was afraid I might pass out, but I kept it together. And I remember when I reached the top, it was just completely quiet. I was surrounded by clouds. I could see for miles and miles. I could see all the little towns. They looked like little Lego villages or something. And this one town, probably 10 miles away, on my right side, you could hear the echoes of some drums coming from some festival they were having, and it was just like, it was cool hearing the reverb coming off all the mountains and stuff. I've never experienced anything like it, and probably won't again for anytime soon. But the sun was starting to set because I sat up there for a good 15 minutes just taking it all in. But I really need to get back down and meet my buddies who had stopped halfway up because they were lazy. So by the time I reached them, it was pretty much pitch black, like the sun was gone. And Alex was the only one with a flashlight, and so he took the front. And parts of the mountain were all right to descend, they were walkable, but then other parts they just dip right down, sometimes 10-20 feet. So you'd have to just find your own path, and it was just covered in cactuses and stinging nettle, and there's tarantulas living all in the soil, so it was pretty scary descending it. We're still probably 1,000 feet up, and just a couple times, just one time we fell probably we slid 30 feet, and this was on one of the really sharp angles. I remember my back was touching the back of the mountain, and I was just kind of like shuffling down, and then Alex fell first, and then Cameron fell, and then I came after, and we were all just trying to grab whatever we could from around us. And like I said, all there is cactuses and stinging nettles, so that's your only option. So we were grabbing that, and we got quite a few holes in the hand, but at least we didn't fall down 1,000 feet, so it's better than that. But yeah, after about 2 hours of slowly descending this mountain, we finally made it to the bottom, and by the time we got there, my legs were so cramped and sore, and I just wanted to go to bed, to be honest. So that walk back to Palca, the town I was staying in, it was one of the longest walks I've ever had in my life, just because of how sore and tired I was. But that was one of the coolest stories I think I have, and I hope you liked it. Cool.